Hey, what's happening YouTube? Rod J back in to take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Going to take a look at one from a previous Trader Joe's run. Imagine that. This is the old number 38 Stout. This is from North Coast Brewing out of Fort Bragg, California. This is an Irish dry stout that comes in at 5.4% ABV and is also said to be about 53 IBU. Have not had this one before, so looking forward to checking it out. Let's go ahead and get this baby open and get it into a glass. So there we go. I'm actually just going to use a pint glass on this one, but you can see it pours out a nice 2 to 3 finger head, which is pretty much a dark tan, almost beige type color, I guess you can call it. Nice amount of head there. And as far as the body itself, you're not really seeing through it. It is pretty much just dark, pretty much black. As you can see there, can't really make out any of the carbonation or anything like that. So let's move on to the aroma. Oh wow, I do like the aroma coming out of this one. I'm getting that caramel up front. I'm getting some cocoa. I'm getting a little bit of a nice sweetness and also a tidbit of what I would consider to be a kind of a black licorice type smell. Not heavy at all. It's got a nice creaminess in there, it seems. Just a very pleasant smelling stout. Kind of has a dessert feel to it when you actually check out the aroma there. Almost getting maybe a little bit of a tad of vanilla on there as well, as far as the taste. That opens up with a good amount of flavor. You do feel that bitterness up front. And the one thing that I also pick up is the texture is slightly more watery than what I would expect to have on a stout. It has a thinning feature to it. I like my stouts to be a little more sturdy, but it has a nice chewiness to the texture. Great duration of the finish. I can really feel the flavors working themselves around the mouth. I feel it into the cheeks, on the tongue. Great tasting beer. All the bitterness is really to that front of the tongue. On the swallow, not really get anything on the back end as it goes down. Body sits is pretty much a medium body. Carbonation, very palatable. And that feel of the finish, no astringency on the back end, like I said, but you do have like kind of that chewiness effect as well as the flavors really get your mouth going. Get a nice little bit of a tinge of, like, say, that caramel type flavor in there as well on the taste. But the one thing that is the more off-putting thing to me is, like I mentioned, is that wateriness and the texture. As you can see there, though, you do get some nice lacing on the glass as the head is now down to a 1/4 finger. But as far as the taste of this one, it's up to par. So not really a bad beer. Just like I said, I can't get over the texture as much. Carbonation does hit a little bit as I feel like almost at the belch there. But I think overall in this one, it's got some good drinkability to it. I think, you know, if you're out there, you want a nice little stout that you can drink and also not hit you with a lot of ABV, which is probably goes to why the it's a little more thinner and more watery than what you usually have on a stout. It's only 5.4, so it's kind of, for me, like a baby stout in that regard. Most of the stouts I like to drink are definitely a lot higher in ABV and carry a little bit more weight to them. But, you know, if you've had it before, old number 38 Stout, let me know. Put some comments in the comment section. But as far as a rating for me, I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5. Drinkability, like I said, is there. If I drank one, I'm not going to be disappointed on it. But if I was out hunting for a good stout, then it will let me down a little bit. So I can't say it's fully dependable, but flavor is definitely there. So that would actually put it into a B minus, C plus. You know, you flip the coin for it. But that's how it sits with me. If you think differently, let me know. Put some comments in the comment section. So with that being said, I appreciate you swinging by. Check out another video. Look forward to catching the next one. As always, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good jazz. Keep drinking good craft beers. Cheers.